Yo, it's goody bitch ass foos. It's your boy Bev, and this is how I lost two bands trading the the Nasdaq today. Yes, you heard that correctly. I lost two bandaroos. I lost 1K on my TradeAvate account. Unfortunately, I blew that today, so that account is no longer. That account ceases to exist. So rest in peace to the TradeAvate account, man. But I lost 500. What wasn't 500? It was around 400 and something on two of my AlphaTix accounts. Basically damn near 500. So in grand total, we're down like 1900, damn near basically two racks. So as you can see here, I got stopped out, but the trade hit TP nonetheless. So on these AlphaTix accounts, we're actually starting off pretty strong, bro. Pretty strong. I'm not gonna lie. First day on it, winner. Second day on it, winner. Third day on it, winner. These were both trailed stops, by the way. This one break even. This one break even. Break even. Break even. So we had four break evens in a row, and today we took a $472 loss on two accounts, basically 500 bottles. So I mean, not too mad about it. I'm managing the risk pretty good in my opinion. I'm still up. Let me see. I'm still up $500 on each one if I'm correct. Let me double check let me fact check that. Let me just fucking launch AlphaTix. Let me fact check that. Yeah, so I'm still up $500 on each one. I'm copy trading them. So that's always good. We nonetheless, you know, we're still up on the account. The account still have hope. So I mean, without any further ado, let's just go ahead and hop straight into the trade that I took, man. So coming into the morning, let me go ahead and just get rid of the NWOG indicator here. So coming into the morning, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was bullish. I was bullish. I was looking to take some longs coming into the morning. So coming into the day, just go ahead and clear up my chart real quick. So coming into the day, I saw that we had this external SMT was still holding, but we violated this daily fair value gap that we were inside of, this one right here. So we were inside of this daily fair value gap that we had we were not inside this daily fair value gap, but we had violated that fair value gap, right? So I was like, all right, cool. Sweep of sell side right here. Let me make this bigger actually. So we had the sweep of sell side, break a structure, change in the state of delivery to the upside. And at the time, we were actually respecting this daily level here. Obviously, it's end of day now, so price is all the way down here. But we were respecting this daily imbalance right here. If we scale down onto the 4-hour, let me see here. It's Friday, right? What is this? 10 a.m. Okay, cool. So coming down, what the fuck did I just say? Coming down into the 4-hour. Jesus, I can't speak right now, but coming down to the 4-hour. So this is what I had seen. So I say, all right, cool. We're inside this 4-hour gap right here. I saw we were respecting this 4-hour bullish fair value gap. Excuse me. We had swept out sell side here. We swept out these lows. We closed back into the range. Body closing inside of the 4-hour. I'm over here thinking, all right, cool. You know what? It's looking like, more than likely we're probably going to be bullish today. And then we have clear highs up here and up here, which were relative equal highs. So I go ahead and check onto here. I see, all right, you know what? We got some SMT going on as well. As I say, we got some SMT right here, some smart money tool going on. You know what I'm saying? So we had this SMT right here. I'm thinking, all right, you know what? We're probably, if everything else aligns, we're probably going to go to the upside. So scaling down onto here, let me go ahead and just get rid of this SMT. So scaling down onto here, so I see Asia expanded lower, London then basically accumulates, but we also did take out this Asia low. We then displace up, change in the state of deliveries, and we had this 1-hour gap here as well. So let me go ahead and just put on the NWOG indicator. And on top of that, we also came into the NWOG, filled it up completely, then we displaced up away from it. We come back into the NWOG, failing to meet the consequent encroachment of it, and then moving away with, you guessed it, displacement. So once we had that change in the state of delivery, I saw we were inside of this 1-hour, and then I also saw we were inside of this bearish 1-hour as well. So I wanted to, well, I didn't want to. I did wait for 10 a.m. to see if we would either, respect this or violate this, or vice versa, respect this and violate this, as, that would, give us a lot of information as to, what what was most likely going to happen. So, at the beginning of the session, it was looking like it was going to be a classic buy day where London manipulates the Asia low, and it looked like we had a very clear draw on liquidity to the upside. So scaling down to the 15. So once you go ahead and come down onto the 15, we see 10 a.m. basically just fucking chopped. It literally chopped. It printed a barcode. Nothing that I could really do here. We really had no real displacement in any direction, but we were respecting these bullish PD arrays. So for me, I was like, you know what? We are respecting bullish PD arrays. However, though, we're not creating any displacement anywhere. That's one thing that I did notice. I noticed we were not creating any displacement anywhere. And on top of that, we had also put in this SMT right here at the highs. Go ahead and just mark that up and go delete this and this so it's a lot more clear. And that was inside of what? The 1 hour fair value gap, key level. So you can see here ES wicking it, but then we keep closing within that 1 hour fair value gap. Same thing on on NQ. We come up, sweep out the buy side, and then we get body closures back inside the fair value gap and back within the range. So that right there was honestly starting to tell me that more than likely we probably are not gonna go to the upside. So around 10:30, 10:45 ish is when I started to flip my narrative to bearish. That's the simple fact that we were not getting displacement up, because if we wanted to move higher, we would have started displacing, but unfortunately that was not the case. So yeah, as you can see here, we sweep all these highs. We simply just start slowly chopping, moving back down to the downside, and on top of that, we were above the opening prices, and then we started displacing lower. So from here, what time is it? 11:15. If 10 a.m. doesn't deliver, 11 a.m. will. So from here on the 5-minute, I saw we had some displacement after the sweep of these highs in the hourly fair value gap. So once we swept out those highs, I saw we swept them. SMT inside of a hourly, and was it inside of a 15 as well? Let me see. No, so it was just inside of an hourly. But we did also come into this rejection block here, which we respected perfectly. So we go ahead and up. Actually, wait, yeah, I did miss ping that. Am I slow, bro? What the fuck? Yeah, so you can see here we tap into the rejection block and immediately just reject out of that area. So this is where price did reject out of on the my bad, on the 5-minute. I believe it was also there on the 15. Yeah, so it was actually also there on the 15-minute, which was this wick. So yeah, we actually ended up rejecting out of that huge rejection block. Then from there on the 5-minute, time frame alignment, 5-minute is aligned with the hourly. So as soon as we got a body closure below here, we had a 5-minute change in the state of delivery. Why? Because this set of up close candles swept out these highs right here. Then we displaced lower, created a bearish fair value gap. We also inverted this bullish 5-minute gap, and we put in the change in the state of deliveries right here. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, all right, sick. And on top of that, we also broke structure down below that low. So, all right, you know what, sick. We had some displacement to the downside. 10 a.m. didn't deliver. 11 a.m. is more than likely going to do. And what did 11 a.m. do? 11 a.m. open, high, low, close, which is exactly what we want to see if you're bearish. So, I also had an 11 a.m. open, high, low, close. If you go into the 1-minute, we see here very, very quick displacement. And then we'll go ahead and see the 11 a.m. Open, high, low, close. So it opens, chop, 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 comes up, sweeps out the high, and then we start displacing lower. So I took a 5-minute model today. So right here, as soon as, like I said, as soon as we close below here, put in the change of state of deliveries, and then had a market structure break, this 5-minute fair value gap should hold and send us lower. So unfortunately, that's not what happened. As you'll see very shortly. We got stopped out. Price came into the 5-minute, kept rejecting, took out our stop. The reason I set my stop right here was because it was also a breaker block. So high, low, higher, high, lower, low. Balanced price range with this fair value gap and this fair value gap, and on top of that we had the breaker. So honestly, I was expecting the breaker and the inversion balanced price range to hold, and on top of that we had this small order block here. That is another PD array that should have held. And the reason I did not make my stop up here was because we had several things that should have held. Should price wanted to go lower, which unfortunately they just didn't. And this was actually used as a breakaway gap. So this 5-minute right here was used as a breakaway gap, which is exactly what I wanted to see. So that's why I didn't bother, trying to set a limit or something up here. So we ended up getting stopped out, and as soon as we got stopped out, shit fucking literally drakes down to TP. But either way, had I, if I did run a stop right here, I would have gotten broke even anyways as soon as we took out this intermediate term low right here. So as soon as that low got taken out, would have moved stop to break even, and then right here at 12:30 we would have gotten broken even out of that trade. So I mean, nonetheless, I mean, it is what it is. I already went ahead and journaled it, wrote down everything that I needed to do in order to learn from the mistakes, well, from my mistakes. But yeah, I mean, either way, I'm not upset about this loss. I followed my rules. I was patient. I waited for the setup to present itself. Once the setup presented itself, I executed. And unfortunately, that's how trading is. Not every trade is gonna smack exactly perfectly, how you want it to. You're gonna take losses. That's a whole part of this business. So if you did take a loss today, don't feel too bad about it. Um, Today was a very, very tough day to navigate. A lot of people got chopped up taking longs. A lot of people got chopped up taking shorts, myself included. So, I mean, if you're feeling bad, if you feel like you're a bad trader or anything like that, just keep your head up, keep trading, do some more back testing, journal all your losses. So that way, you learn from them. So that way, you know what to do and what not to do. But, everybody's going to have a losing day. Even the best traders, ICT himself, even PB trading, TJR, everyone takes losses, bro. That's a whole part of, it's part of the game. You just got to learn from them. So, as much as it sucked taking this loss today, um, not mad about it at all whatsoever. Stuck to my rules, followed my plan, took my setup when it was there, didn't hesitate, executed on it, and unfortunately I just got stopped out. It is what it is. So I mean, that's gonna go ahead and just wrap up this video. Oh yeah, actually, my Alpha Futures giveaway is still going on. I plan to end at 25 participants. Currently, I'm at 15. So go ahead, enter that. Subscribe to my YouTube. Leave a comment on this video. I'll go ahead and enter you in the giveaway, but you got to be subscribed. And on top of that, if you want more entries, check away my official giveaway video in my, my video sections, of course. No shit, dumbass. But yeah, if you want more entries, watch the giveaway video. That right there will tell you how to get more entries. And then Alpha Futures is having a 20% off sale on all funded accounts. That ends today, actually. So if you're in need of a funded account, if you blew your shit today like I did, make sure you go ahead and use code BEV right here. That right there will save you, 20% off your account. You know what I'm saying? But that's going to go ahead and just wrap up this video, guys. If you made it all the way through, I appreciate you so much for watching the entire video. And, hopefully Monday we come back stronger. We catch a winning trade. I do want to try to pass these two accounts. Honestly, I'm not really in a rush to pass them, but, sooner is better than later. So, yeah, it's going to go ahead and wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day.